Good morning, friends. Welcome to Take Two for this Thursday, the 13th of September, 2018. We're getting towards the end of the week. I hope you have some great weekend plans. I know I've got a lot of busy stuff to do. Well, yesterday, boys and girls, an interesting thing happened to me. I found myself going through a bout of vertigo. Now, if any of you have ever had vertigo, you know how just absolutely scary it could be all of a sudden having that fall upon you. Well, I got up in the morning and everything seemed to be going fine, and I was getting ready to go to the radio station with Big Tom. We had some things that we had to do yesterday, a lot of work at the computer and doing programming and music and things, and all of a sudden, as I was walking into the radio station and trying to put my key into the door at the studio, all of a sudden everything just started spinning completely out of control. It was a very frightening feeling, and I was like, and I remember yelling, "Tom!" like that, and he said, "What is it? What is it?" And he was just carrying some stuff in, and he stopped, dropped everything, and grabbed me by the shoulders, and he said, "Okay, just calm down, calm down." I said, I'm spinning, I can't do this." So we got the door open and we got me in, and he said, "Are you okay?" And I stopped and I said, "Yes, I think I'm okay." So he proceeded into the studio to go work, and I was still carrying in my computer, my laptop, and suddenly it happened again. I started spinning again out of control, and I got frightened because I thought I was going to fall over. So he came running back out, and he kind of grabbed me again by the shoulders, and he moved me over, and he sat me on the sofa, and he said, "Now just keep still and you'll be fine." And so I felt like I was like this. Oh, should I put a pillow? Should I do this? Should I get a wet rag? Should I do? And I was like kind of thrashing and like kind of in a frenzy about it. And he said, "No, no, no, just calm down." Well, I did finally calm down, and then a little bit later on, we were getting ready to go and meet Michael for lunch, and the three of us were going to have lunch. So we did that, and I was still a little bit woozy. I was still finding myself still a little bit, but I managed to get through lunch and everything, and we got back to the studio. Boys and girls, it happened again. I started spinning and spinning and spinning until Tom and Michael said, "Look, just get on the sofa," and they gave me the best possible advice. Be still. And now you got to remember, I'm a thrasher. Now, I remember when I was a youngster, if my sister Fran and I ever had to go anywhere where we had to sleep in the same bed together, like on vacation or sleep over someone's house over the holidays or something, Fran would always say, "You kicked me all night long. You knocked into me," because I would thrash. I've always been a thrasher. It's just something that I have always done. And when I first got married to Michael, I remember that he had to get used to sleeping next to me because I would thrash all night long. I am not a sit still, be still kind of person. So it was quite a challenge to try to be still. But the first thing that came to my mind was the Bible verse that says, "Be still and know that I am God." It doesn't say, "Go about your business and thrash all over the place and know that I am God." It says, "Be still and know that I am God." So you have to understand that even in the midst of your busyness, you can still find a way to be still. I started thinking about tornadoes. I pulled up this little image of a twister, of a tornado. See it? Now, there's all this activity going around. Now, I'm thinking particularly right now with these big storms that are getting ready to hit the North and South Carolina coasts and Virginia. They're getting ready to get hit big time with big winds, and there's probably a lot of concern there. People are afraid because there's storms coming, etc., etc. And this is a frightening thought, to imagine that something like this is coming to a neighborhood near you. But a story is told about how there was a baby sleeping in a house when a big tornado came through this area of where this baby was sleeping. And the story is told. Now, whether or not this is just an old wives' tale or if it's an old legend, urban legend, I don't know. But the story is told that the tornado spun around, came to this house, landed down, pulled up the baby in its sleeping crib, and the whole thing was carried a mile away and set down again, and then the tornado went on. See, what the story is trying to say is the safest place in the midst of your storm, when things are spinning out of control, the safest place is to be right in the center of it. Not these edges where all of these winds are blowing and tearing things up the way I understand it. A friend of mine who survived the Enterprise, Alabama tornado about 15 years ago said the most frightening part is these edges, because as they spin around, they're like whips. They're like knives that are cutting. But when you're in the center of it, that's supposed to be the calmest place. Now, is that true? I don't know necessarily. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not a scientist. But I do know this about me and about my personal life, and that is this. When my life is spinning out of control, the best thing I could do is be still. And that's exactly what happened to me yesterday. When I finally took my husband and friend's advice and sat and was still, that's finally when the dizziness and the spinning ceased, when I was still. So I have a question for you, boys and girls. Do you know anybody out there who might have their life out of control right now? Is there anyone that you know whose life is just spinning and spinning like a top, and they have nowhere to turn? They are just in a complete and total spinning lifestyle right now? Here's a piece of advice that I could give you to give them. Tell them, be still. Be still and know that I am God. That's what it says in the Word of God. That's what it says in the Bible. Be still. Trust Him. Lean on Him. And the best way you could do that is by being still. Now, go be a blessing to somebody today, because you know you might end up being the only one who is. And a way that you could be a blessing to someone out there is to dispense those two simple words that just brought me to a place of peace yesterday, and that is this: be still. Okay? Now go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeannie Sigler, Jeannesigler. Become a subscriber. Hit that subscribe button, okay? And make sure, if you want to be still, sit and listen to some really, really cool, soothing, smooth and easy, being still kind of music at WRMZ.org. Click that listen button, okay? All right. You have a great day. I am going to take it easy today, because you know what? I don't need any more of these in my life today. I'm just going to practice being still. Okay, I love you all very much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye.